Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Gone. Got his man. It's Williams. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now it's gone. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
13 yards there and a Washington first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 4.
Here we go, shot.
He'll keep it himself. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't hurt too well.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Go!
Daniels looking to throw. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Let's go now.
They go play action. Daniels. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Come on, come on.
Robinson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Daniels going to try to sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
76! 76! 2 for 66!
Six nothing our score after one.
With the score, Commanders 6.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Listen.
Now gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Tiger! 17!
To throw is gone. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Robinson on a give right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
19,
Play action. Now it's Daniels. And it's caught. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and goal from the 1. Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Zane Gonzalez on for a field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Goff. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break here. Goff. Looking for right, and he finds him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Set.
To throw is Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Come on.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
This is caught. It's Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Robinson up the middle. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two. Daniels going to try and throw for it. Forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Look at the big fella go. He may go. Touchdown, Detroit. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for two here. Goff looking to throw. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the two.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play, because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Commanders Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
Ready, set.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
To the air goes Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run with Robinson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Now Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They're going option play on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Lions will take over. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his
and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 55 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Hey, Cal. Value three.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
60 Bobcats. Check.
Operating from the gun, Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Daniels going to throw for it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Goff. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
One last throw here for Goff. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time.
Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's too high up. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks. Hermes fur on my feet, I'm a lead. You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Yellow. Come back. Hey, 15. Hey, rip.
Here's Mahomes to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think there he had to come off with his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So pass interference to call, and that's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead
He definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In on the tackle there, Ray Nitschke. In his heyday, it was before my day, it was before your day, but he was something else.
Look, I can still see that 6'6" on his jersey. And him rattling running backs and getting after quarterbacks. He used to wrap his forearms up, and he just had the big flipper.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Like 54.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Running right through it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Like 5-4. Like 5-4.
Here's Levis. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Alexander. 2 yards to go, second down.
8 yards on the pickup. At the 40-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Alexander. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Seahawks 7.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
49, Mike 49.
Levis out of the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Alexander, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw, it's Levis. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Levis. Flushed out right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Army! Like 5-4.
Up the middle they go. Alexander. Powers past him at the 5. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Levis to throw it.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. CeeDee Lamb from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Mahomes now to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Here we go.
Levis sets up to throw here.
That is caught by Lamb. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Levis looking to throw.
He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here we go, 4th down, Levis.
He'll air this one toward Coleman.
And that is dropped. Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my.
He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused.
There goes Martellus Bennett, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And we'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
They go play action. Here's Levis. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Play action now. Levis.
He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Levis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Tough when their first drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And they'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can...
just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Alexander, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Levis back to throw.
And caught. It's Chad Johnson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. Up the middle they go. Alexander.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Play 13.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. He'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Off the play fake, Levis. And a huge mistake late. It's intercepted.
It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here's first down. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Mahomes. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ty Law. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and get.
It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Levis, he'll look to throw it. He's got Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all three timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Levis.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10. Levis to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Alexander. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Here's Levis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Here now, third down.
20 Rita. 49, Mike.
Levis.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
54, Mike 54.
Fourth down, Levis. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there. Now this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
He'll buy some time right.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spot.
Fun if you win, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The inaugural carry for Darren McFadden. He's going to go. Darren McFadden. Touchdown, Giants. Darren McFadden, 70 yards. And the Giants will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Out to his left. And this is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Hits his tight end. It's Bennett. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We got you. Now they got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Mahomes takes it himself, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. This is third and goal, and this Giants defense they have withstood, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Jets are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Giants are once again back in front. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. They'll look to throw. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll let McFadden try and run it in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do. and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Off play action. Ogden. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown, Giants. It's the fullback. 34 yards.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
They throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the face.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Hey, 57.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 53 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he checks this one down to Williams. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mahomes now to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Touchdown, Jets.
George Pickens.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Going deep here for Allen.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught by Williams.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half.
The Jets take over first and 10.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And here's a diving catch right side. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now Mahomes going to shift him around.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the move to his left.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darren McFadden with his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Anders Carlson now for the point after.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And That's going to be incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now it's Mahomes again.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that is incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs.
70 Timberwolves. Here we go. Here we go.
First down, a run with McFadden.
Down to about the 45.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And caught. This has been at the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try to wind some clock with McFadden. He's going to go. Darren McFadden.
He's on his way. He's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 178 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Alert. Let's go now.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hawk 70. Hawk.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Anders Carlson now for the point after.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston.
And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Okay, break. Ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Allen's got it complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you get real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ogden, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Flush to his right. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. So,
Don't even say it, partner. Don't even say it.
The name Wrong Way Marshall comes to mind.
You said it. You said it.
This might be worse than that, though. It is. This is worse than that.
Yellow. Right. Hey, 43.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line.
And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Ogden.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw?